Welcome to Portie's Garage. We're at a remote location here. You got brother-in-law Mick one more time, sitting in the Toyota Tacoma 2023. You know, the events that just happened on the 22nd of February here, I think it was Thursday, made me think, how do we communicate when cell service goes down? Well, one of those ways, you can use an FRS radio. Those are good for, maybe a half mile. No license needed, good for around the house, on a farm, maybe if you're hunting. GMRS, which a lot of off-roaders like to use. And then also you have a ham radio. So I happen to have a ham radio license, and I did install a ham radio in my Toyota Tacoma here, 2023 TDR off-road. And I was able to do it without drilling any holes to mount the antenna, without drilling any holes through the firewall. So I'm just going to go through that process, show you what I did. Show you that I had the ham radio installed on the one bolt on the seat, so it's very easy to remove, put back in, go over some of the brackets. One of them I made, one of them I purchased, and we'll review that. So let me get things set up, and I will show you how we installed the ham radio. All right, so let's start going through the wiring in the engine bay and how we get through the firewall. You can see right here, hopefully the shadows from the sun, there is a grommet already in the firewall. All you do is pop it out, put a little slit in that, and you can run your wires through. Took a little bit with a wire snake to fish it down through and find it on the inside. Push some carpeting away, and you just pull it right through. So then we've got the antenna cable, which comes up on here, and then we installed a bracket from Victory 4x4 out in, they're in Michigan, I think the west side of Michigan. And that bracket fits perfectly. I mounted an NMO mount on the top of it. You can see I got a cap on it. I'll put the hood down and show you. It does not interfere with the window, so you can open and close your hood without removing any of that bracket. Power cable, you can see, just runs across the back, zip tied to other wiring. Standard, it's a fused line there, and it connects to the positive and then also to the ground. So I'll get out of the sun. So that was actually pretty simple. Let me lower the hood and show you more of the bracket. All right, we're on the outside of the car. Hood is down, as everybody can see. Here's the bracket. You can see there's room. This is just a weather cap that screws on, and you have your NMO mount underneath there. So once I'm done showing you this, I am going to go to the back of the car, show you the antenna that I used. So one thing to note, when you're installing that bracket, you are installing it between the hinge for the hood and the hood. So we are actually over in Portie's garage. He helped me install that, and we are able to keep the lines pretty dang straight on these hoods here. So that worked out great. And again, no drilling, no holes. Antenna is easy to get on and off. So let me change up, go to the back of the car, show you all the parts, and we'll start putting some things together. All right, here we've got all the parts sitting on the back of the tailgate. Main component we've got here is an ICOM ID 4100, and it's a D-Star 50 watt mobile radio. There's the handset that comes with it. Now this is just a regular mag mount antenna. I believe it's Hustler antenna here. Let me find where it's got, there's the name right there. So that's just a Hustler antenna. Oh, look who came by again. They're saying hi one more time. Then this is a ICOM bracket that I used, and this is the aluminum bracket that I made. And I just put the bolt seat here, drilled a couple holes up top, able to mount this bracket right on here. Radio goes in this bracket, then it's all set. Then everything can come in and out with just one bolt. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this antenna here. This is the mag mount. You unscrew the NMO mount. Just threads right there with the antenna connection there that goes to the coax to the car. So let's just walk over to the front here. And that goes right on here. So it will just screw on little, oh, I think I actually got it. There we go. Just hand tight. There's the antenna. It's got a little lean forward, but not bad. So if we come on to the back, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this bracket onto this bracket. This is just an aluminum bracket. I bent to fit. Put what is it, plasti dip on it, and then just added some foam padding to keep it from vibrating. They do make factory brackets that you can buy that are a little stiffer. That may be something you want to look into so it doesn't vibrate while you're driving. But I think they were like $70 to $90. That was just a $5 piece of aluminum. So first I'll do this bracket onto the aluminum bracket, and then once that's on, I'm going to mount, there's screw holes in the side that come with the bolts with those brackets, and put the radio in here. Then I'll use just a wrenched 14mm socket, pull one seat out and one bolt off the seat, and install the whole radio. All right, I'm in the front passenger seat of the Tacoma, and before I mount the radio to the bracket, let me just show you a couple things here. So this is the bracket that I manufactured myself, and all I did was use 3 bolts to put the icon bracket on, which the icon bracket mounts directly onto the radio. You can see I used 3 bolts, 2 of them you can slide, one's a center hole. So what I did, so it's adjustable, I drilled 2 additional holes in the back, so now I can slide that full range of those slotted holes. So that's what I did there. Let me switch hands here quick. And then I just want to show you, here's the bolt that you take out of the seat, and here's the generally how it's going to sit. You can see where you would want to have the height adjustment. You might want to higher or lower. So I'm going to go back and put the radio in that bracket, remove that bolt and mount it. But first I want to show you the wiring. So this wiring is actually pretty simple. It just runs up underneath, zip tied. There's the fuses, and you can see the red coming up over here, and it goes up under the firewall through that grommet we were talking about. But it is just really simple to run it through. When you're not using it, you just shove it back up under. Pretty simple. That way, when you're not using the radio, nothing's hanging down, nothing's in the way. So let me bolt this on. We'll come back, we'll remove that the seat bolt there, and we'll mount the radio on, and then we'll show you how she works. All right, so I went ahead and removed that one bolt, put it in the bracket, got the radio set up. A little hard to do trying to hold the camera with one hand and install the bolt and bracket. So the next thing, all I got to do, just connect the antenna wire right here on the bottom, power wire. Make sure you have the brackets or clips that put the power in, so you can only have the positive on the positive side and the negative on the negative side. You don't want to be blowing fuses. And the other thing I want to note about the coax cable, I bought with this NMN mount, mount up here. I had it connected on this end at a 1/4 wavelength. Multiple for the entire length for better reception. Pushed everything through and then soldered on the coax connection on the end here. So that's something you're just going to have to think about. You know, how do you want to do that? Which side do you want to solder first? So let me get things connected. I'll turn everything on. We'll take a seat and we'll listen to see how she sounds. So all right, here we are in the car. Got it going. I put the no emergency weather on real quick just so you could hear what it sounds like.
30 miles per hour. The forecast for the
Still need to figure out what to do with the handset here. So let me see if I can scroll into top of Troy. That's a repeater that is, here we go, probably about 20 miles away. Let's see if I can get the repeater to call back here. KE8 UWI, looking for a signal report.
AD repeater system.
So you
N8K.
can see I hit the repeater, and I've got good signal coming back. So this antenna sitting out front here is doing the job. So that repeater I hit, I'm going to say about 20 miles as a crow flies. So there you have it. So now to take it off, I just remove that one bolt, disconnect the two wires, shove the wires back up under the plastic siding there, and I keep the radio connected to the bracket, so that's all I need to do. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help Portie's Garage out, please subscribe.